Channel 2 News presents Decision 2008. Live from the Eagan Civic and Convention Center, here are Megan Baldino and Mike Ross.
And welcome back to Election Central here at the Eagan Center. Ted Stevens has just entered the building. Our Steve McDonald is right there walking with him toward the stage. We're going to get him in position. Ted Stevens leading the Republican primary for U.S. Senate tonight. Let's check the numbers. Senator Stevens is working his way up to our platform here. We're going to get him wired up, talk to him. Here are the numbers on the Republican primary. Ted Stevens with a commanding lead, 63%. Dave Cuddy trailing at 27%. Vic Vickers, the guy with all the TV ads, running 5.5%. That's with 198 out of 438 precincts reporting tonight. Ted Stevens with a strong showing this evening. And as soon as we clip a microphone on him,
2 weeks. I'm already wired.
How are you? How you doing, Senator?
Good. Thank you.
Good to see you. About 10 seconds here, we'll get you all wired up.
I'm right.
And Senator, how do you feel about the results tonight?
Very good, very good. It's a nice turnout. This is what I've been hearing all over the state, and I'm pleased that people have kept their word. They said they were going to support me, and they have.
Is there a sense of relief tonight? I know these haven't been an easy couple of weeks for you.
They've been good weeks. You're wrong. I've had 4 good weeks going around the state, and I got the same results everywhere I went. Good support, and it shows up tonight. Very good. I don't have any tension. You guys have been playing that up. There's no tension.
So what is your campaign strategy now as you head into the general election? I know we're still waiting for some numbers. It looks very good for you tonight, though. What is your campaign strategy, particularly as you're going to be...
Let's go back and get my daughter married next Saturday. That's the first. That's what's on my mind now, and it's going to be a great weekend. I'm going to be with my family. My whole family's going to be there. Lily's going to get married Saturday night to a great guy. So politics is going to go behind us for a while.
A little family time.
Right.
Senator, the polls have showed that you were probably going to win the primary tonight. The polls have showed...
Hell, I've run it already.
I know. But the polls have also showed that Mark Begich was going to finish first on the Democratic side.
That's no surprise.
The polls also show, or at least to this point, that Mark Begich beat you in the general election.
No, that's not so. Those are polls are taken to really convince people that they want to convince them of. Those are public opinion making polls, not public taking polls. Our polls show we're right where we should be.
I know you can't talk about the details of the indictments and the charges. How much of a burden has the indictments and the charges against you been in trying to wage this re-election campaign?
Look around you. There's no burden. Look, I have faith in the future. I have faith in my state, in myself, in my God, and I know the outcome. I'm innocent, so I'm not worried about that. You guys worry much more than I do.
You pushed very hard after the indictments came down to get a fast trial, to try to get this trial done before the general elelections.
No, I just asked for a speedy trial.
Right.
I did not put any time limit on when it's going to happen. I can't do that. That's not my prerogative.
Are you going to appeal the change of venue, do you think? Are you going to try?
We don't appeal that, ma'am. That's the decision. It's done.
It's done, so okay.
Senator, at this point, you still want your trial before the general election. You want to get this?
No, that's immaterial now. Okay. We're going to run the election, and the other trial takes care of itself. If it's over before the election, fine. If it's not, we're going to still run.
Let's talk about your seniority. You have said all along that this is why Alaska still needs you in the U.S. Senate. It's why you still want to go back and continue what you're doing. Why is that so helpful for you?
You want to send someone down there that agrees with Schumer, agrees with Cantwell, agrees with Boxer, all of these people he's raising money with, they're all against Alaska. There's no reason to send the mayor down there. We got enough Democrats down there already. And if you give them 60 votes, Alaska will never win anything again. No. I'm in this race to win, and I'm going to win.
One of your opponents, a guy named Vic Vickers, came up from Florida, ran a lot of TV ads. How do you feel about some of the stuff he was saying about it?
It's a free country. He had a right to spend his money if he wanted to spend it. Don't you? I mean, that was his right. I didn't sure he didn't agree with him, but it was his right.
Senator, let me ask you the question again. Your trial is scheduled for September 22nd, I believe. If that schedule holds, they're expecting a trial of about 4 weeks.
That's not fair. I don't have any control over that. I'm going to run the election, and I'm going to win the election. Now, the trial will take care of itself, all right?
What I was leading to is, if the trial concludes on that...
I'm here to visit with you about the politics, all right? I'm not here to visit about the trial.
But really what I wanted to ask you about, if the trial concludes on that time, does that give you enough time to effectively campaign?
I'm here as a courtesy to you, and you're a courtesy to me. I'm not here to talk about the trial. I'm here to talk about my election.
Let me ask you a quick question about Anwar then. It's a hot topic again with gas prices and oil prices climbing.
Schumer says it's all over. The public doesn't care about gas prices anymore. That's the mayor's favorite friend down there in Washington. Schumer's the head of the Democratic campaign committee. He says it's all over. Don't worry, the public's not concerned about prices anymore. I got to tell you, they ought to come up here and go around this state and see how much people are concerned about energy prices. This is the #1 issue. It's not the trial. It is #1 issue. It's energy. And I know how to solve those problems. You know what's been holding us up? We left Washington with the Democrats filibustering against the Republican plan again. They filibustered against us every year for the last 8 years. And the mayor seems to think he's got a plan. He's going to go down and join with the people in filibustering plans for 8 years. Nice to visit with you.
Thank you very much for stopping by. Appreciate it.
Enjoy the wedding.
Thank you. Thank you.